This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the original. This is 99X. I'm Barnes. That's Leslie. And if there was ever a third person beyond Jimmy, it was always in discussion to be Kevin Griffin. But then Better Than Ezra got
Barnes,
in the way.
Leslie, and Kevin.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's going on, Kevin Griffin?
Man, I am just getting pumped. I'm actually shirt off. I'm in like my 100th set of dips, getting pumped for tomorrow night's show.
Yeah, big day out.
Fayetteville.
Finally here.
Have you ever performed with your shirt off? Because I saw this video of Rick Springfield the other day.
Yeah, and he's 78 or whatever.
Yes, performing with his shirt off. He looked great.
Listen, every rocker I know who's Rick Springfield or my age and above, if they've got their shirt off, then they're juicing, Leslie. They're on the testosterone, vitamin T. That's what they're all doing. I keep it real, though, but the answer to your question is yes, I did perform once with my shirt off, but it was an ugly scene. It was this mud fight that happened. We played a radio show. It was Zeta Fest in Fort Lauderdale. Faith No More went on before us, and they were wearing white tuxedos when they went on stage. And when they came off, they were brown. They were covered with mud. And I asked the crowd not to throw mud, and it worked for about 20 minutes. And then the mud started flying. Because if you guys remember, back in the 90s, to show your love for a band, you threw stuff at them.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I love you. Here's a Granny Smith apple. And so somebody threw mud. It hit Tom, our bass player, and I was incensed. And I ran out into the crowd, and I had a confrontation with this guy, and my shirt got ripped off in the process. But that was it. It was a very rock and roll moment.
Kevin Griffin, what is the most rock star thing that you've ever tried to pull off that you thought, you know what, now I'm a rock star, I can pull this off, but then you realized this ain't working?
A see-through shirt that you hear my dog barking.
Yeah, that's okay. It's real life.
It's real. Better Than Ezra, we gave an award out at the Grammys, the 96 Grammys, and I got talked into this this mock turtleneck sweater that was sheer. So I was like, I can carry this. I'm a face on MTV, and I went on. You can see it. Better Than Ezra Grammys, 1996. It's the most ill-advised fashion faux pas ever. And there's nipples. It was a wardrobe malfunction on the level of JT and Janet Jackson. And I was like, never again.
That's bad.
Fashion police. We did talk about you the other day. You haven't aged in 20 years, Kevin Griffin. So I did tell Barnes he was not aware. Barnes was not aware of Ezra Ray Hart, their other band.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Barnes, supergroup.
I've been friends with Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray and Emerson Hart from Tonic, forever, because we've always played shows together and toured. And about 8 years ago, we're in the Tree of Trust. I was like, guys, we're not getting, we just lost a corporate event to Apple to Train, and then the next week it would be One Republic. I was like, how can we combine our forces to do battle to these other bands like Train and they were younger bands, newer bands. I was like, we combine our forces into an unstoppable 90s hit machine, and Ezra Ray Hart was formed. So you got Mark McGrath, Kevin Griffin, and Emerson Hart.
Brilliant. And
man, we tour. We're doing a fall tour. We're gonna be down there somewhere.
Dude, you work way too much. Does your wife say that? She
does. And I keep asking my parents, like, where is it? Where is the trust fund? Stop hiding it. Okay, enough's enough. I need the trust fund, but there is no trust fund, so I have to keep rocking.
Well, we're super excited that Better Than Ezra is headlining 99X Big Day Out, which is back tomorrow. But I need to get Barnes here for your other festival in September.
Oh, yeah. When is it?
September 27th and 28th. John Mayer, Kings of Leon.
Sam.
Pilgrimage Music and Cultural Festival.
Young the Giant, Sam Fender, Turnpike Troubadours. It's a rad festival. Why don't I told you guys, come broadcast September 27th and 28th from Pilgrimage.
We should.
We should. It's an amazing festival.
You got a red carpet. You'll have a beautiful place in the press area, wherever you want to be.
Air conditioned?
Well, I can't promise that.
Come on, Kevin Griffin. You're Kevin Griffin.
I can promise those cool fall breezes of Middle Tennessee.
Sounds like
I'll tell you what.
You're writing a song right now. Okay, yeah?
I know, right? Big Day Out tomorrow is going to be amazing. We've got Lit playing with us. Those guys, speaking of, they look like they were just, cryogenically unfrozen.
They do.
Yeah, they look great. They sound awesome. Their songs are iconic. But I got to say, man, we had such good memories. I think we did 2 Big Day Outs back in the day. But there's a lesson I learned when I did Big Day Out with you guys is I had a big Marshall JCM 800 amp head on top of this big cabinet. And I used to put a beer on top of my cabinet. But that day, right when we started our show, and this was 98, I think, Big Day Out 98. And right when we started, the beer got bumped over, poured on top of the hot tubes. Ooh. The tubes burst, and there was no guitar for the first half of the set. And I was like, never again. Wow. So not only have I rocked Big Day Out, but I've learned a lesson. A life lesson at Big Day Out.
When you're on, Kevin Griffin's on with us from Better Than Ezra, of course, playing tomorrow, headlining Big Day Out. I like to ask you songwriter questions. Here's the stupid songwriter question of the day. Have you ever written a song that became really popular, but like if you could lose it, you would lose it because you wrote the song, you got it out of your system, and now you don't want that memory anymore of what the song is about?
Wow, Barnes, that's deep.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's deep.
Is there one?
That's a very worldly European kind of question.
Wow. Got an angel on the stairs.
I think, a lot of songs now, a lot of songs I wrote back then, I didn't realize were really about me and my life. And I've said this recently. Now that I've been playing these songs for 30 years, some of them, I sing and I'm like, holy crap, that was about my life, and I didn't even know it, or I was oblivious to it. Like a song like "Desperately Wanting," is so much about the real things I went through with some friends, losing a friend. At the time, I just had this. When you first start out in life, when you're young, you think nothing bad has happened to you, but when you look back. In therapy, sometimes you're like, holy crap, I didn't even realize that all went down. And so now the songs are more, they speak a lot to me. They speak a lot more to me than they ever did. And, and that's one of the, and so I love playing those songs, but now they hit harder for me because I'm singing about myself. And I really, and I would have rolled my eyes if you had told me that, in 97, but it's amazing, writing comes from somewhere, and things that feel right and authentic and real to you are for a reason, because they've happened to you, and you don't pull it out of nowhere. So yes, that's a very profound question.
I know, but I like to get stuff out of you like that. We'll see you tomorrow, Kevin.
I can't wait.
Former U.S. Navy SEAL Sean Ryan captures real stories about sacrifice and strength.
We go into this hooch searching for Christ knows what.
Regardless if anybody else does it, will you do it?
There's a lot of things that are hurtful and disturbing.
Can't get anybody to talk about it.
Uncovering truth with the heroes who live to tell it.
There's a saying, there's no atheist in a foxhole.
That was the hardest part for you coming home.
Was.
How'd you get through it?
I worked hard.
The Sean Ryan Show.
You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.